I have a misdemeanor on my record, and the misdemeanor on my record is holding me back. I paid my restitution for the crime. I served my probation for the crime, and I'm still having trouble finding employment.
4.2 million people in Georgia have a criminal record. So you're talking about almost 40% of working age adults. So the impact is tremendous on individuals and on the economy.
The collateral consequences of having a record are almost endless whenever you think about navigating the labor market. Whenever you have a record, you essentially have a stain that follows you throughout every job interview, every job application, that prohibits you from earning an income that makes you a bigger contributor to the economy.
The difficulties that I have really is literally finding a decent job based on my overall education level, my experience. Sometimes it takes your confidence to even want to even try to apply for a position, because you pretty much know what the outcome is going to be when you sit down in that room and they say, well, tell us about your past.
There are a lot of jobs out there in Georgia that need to be filled, particularly for sort of middle skills jobs, not just entry-level minimum wage jobs. We need to fill those jobs, so individuals need to be able to further their education and move into those positions.
I am wanting to get in a program at DeKalb Medical for radiology. I want to eventually get work in a hospital, retire from a hospital, but with that on my background, no hospitals will hire me.
In Georgia, we're seeing a huge decline in labor force participation. There are a lot of folks out there who are not going to work or looking for work. And one of the reasons that we're seeing that happen is because a lot of folks simply can't participate in the workforce or don't feel included in the workforce. And that's because of a criminal record.
We've had a real change in the way criminal records are considered in employment and housing over the last 15 or 20 years. So an individual may have had a job or a place to live and their record wasn't an issue, and then they get laid off or transition to something else, and then their record becomes a huge problem for them, even though it may be very old.
I have a record from 22 years ago, and I'm not able to get an apartment or get back into housing or buying my own because of my background check from 22 years back.
Georgia's law is very limited compared to other states. In about 40 states, and it's an ever-growing list, individuals can move on from their record. They can get a real second chance because they can have a combination of misdemeanors and felonies removed from their record.
The current state of the laws in Georgia are really disappointing in that there's a desire to move farther, but I believe that there's also this hesitancy. They feel as if they're soft on crime. But the reality is that an individual has already served their sentence, and we still punish them and bring them back into the prison. It may not be a physical prison, but it's a prison of opportunity. And so I think one of the things that we need to do is we need to wake up and look that, we have the largest rate of individuals under criminal justice control in the country. And that really just holds the state back because it holds people back.
We want Georgia to expand what can come off of your record. We think most misdemeanors should be eligible to come off of your record after a number of years, and we think many felonies, if they're not serious violent felonies, should be able to come off of your record if you've demonstrated that you're rehabilitated by not getting in trouble again.
I'm a 35-year-old mother. I'm married. I have a 16-year-old son. I have a college degree. I have a career with a reputable company, and that record indicates otherwise. It isn't even connected in any way with who I am today. And so, in my opinion, it's completely irrelevant.
We have to recognize that people change, and that mistakes that somebody might have made, even if they're serious mistakes, people can change. If somebody has done their time and has since then been a good citizen and kept their nose clean, that we ought to provide an opportunity for those people to get their records expunged so that they can get a job and so they can provide for their family.
We all sin and fall short of God's glory. And so we're all challenged on a daily basis to forgive others. And so yes, it can be difficult and it can be a challenge to want to forgive others who may have done more harm to the community, more harm to others. but yet we are challenged to do that.
People change, people's situations change, people's lives change, and a lot of times it's for the better. And I'm one of those people. I want to make something of myself, and I just need that chance.